From their teams here this afternoon. Ron Groover, Ted Valentine, John Gaffney are the officials, and Carlik Jones and the Cardinals with the first possession of the game.
Duke in the 3-2 zone. They pulled that zone out against Pittsburgh. It limits penetration. It limits getting into the lane. It protects Matthew Hurt from foul trouble.
A look at the starting lineup, including Jones, the Radford transfer at the point, having a terrific year. First shot is missed. And down with a rebound, Jalen Johnson, coming off an incredible game in spite of the loss at Pitt. He did not start that game, did start the second half, but he's back in the starting lineup today. This is just the second game this year where this group has started for the Duke Blue Devils.
Jalen Johnson grabbing that defensive rebound. He can rip and go and handle the ball, just not a very good pass to try to get it down court. And that's where Louisville needs to get the ball into the paint where they can make something happen. So that's got to change.
And Mike Krzyzewski wasn't much happier, to be honest, after the Pittsburgh win, although Duke did show a lot of fight in the second half, made a game with it, took a 15-point deficit down to 2, but it wound up losing to Jeff Capel's Panthers by 6. Pittsburgh off to a good start. They're 4-1 in league play right now. Matthew Hurt into Jalen Johnson, spins, hits, and a chance.
And Louisville doesn't want to just throw the ball around the perimeter. They want to penetrate this zone. Louisville's got to get into the gaps of this zone. It's not just that you have to pass into the middle. You got to penetrate it. Good pass. Good idea anyway. It's thrown out of bounds, but didn't score much in the first half. Didn't do much at all. Second half, he came to life.
Davis, baseline drive, and the finish. Nicely done. For its first real quality win of the year, their 3 wins in the league, Jay, are over BC, Wake, and Notre Dame, who happen to be the bottom 3 teams right now in the standings in the ACC.
Yeah, I think coming into this game, Duke's the combined record of Duke's opponents in their wins was like 19 and 37.
Dre
to just step through and get beyond Hurt. A little step-through move and got that right arm, maybe a little bit of a chicken wing to get some space, but able to finish the play as well.
Well, and now a great start today goes to the line for the Cardinals.
Corner, and Slazinski was all over him on that shot. Got to walk there.
Had surgery, still at least several weeks away. They think they're going to get him back, but it's going to be a while, and he's really the defensive anchor. Centered in Shulman and Jay Billis. They are selling tickets here in Louisville. I think they cap out at about 3,000 in a very big building that seats more than. Johnson comes down with a rebound. Johnson back to Jordan Goldwire. Pull-up jumper short.
That's a play. That's pretty darn good.
Hey, can I interject with another ACC score in a game going on right now as Johnson draws the foul. Davis was inside the restricted area, so Johnson headed to the free throw line as well.
Yeah, good ball movement when Johnson got the ball off that little slip, just a little bit late, and I think it should have been a block anyway. Who knows? But John Gaffney pointing at the line 3 or 4 times just so everybody knew. Yeah, no question. That's a block whether he's on that or not.
Boy, terrific body control in the air there by Johnson. Coming off a 24-point. You're very polite to me.
Exactly.
1-point lead, Blue Devils. 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Tough shot.
Two years ago, Duke with an enormous comeback. And again, Goldwire with a couple of late steals. The Blue Devils roared back to win it. And then last year at Cameron, David Johnson took over the game in the second half in Durham as Louisville won on the road. Nice pass. And another one. Moore open in the corner. Short on the 3.
And Louisville doing a good job of scrambling and helping and recovering. And I'll tell you.
Duke just 5-4 on the season. Early losses to Michigan State, Illinois. Recent conference losses at Virginia Tech. And
by Dre Davis getting the ball into the middle of that zone. Just a terrific cut. Doesn't charge when Matthew Hurt comes over and gets it to Withers. And Withers, watch his eyes here. Even though he knows he's going to get some contact, he never took his eye.
Coming up next today here on ESPN. That game immediately after ours. Dan Shulman, Jay Billis, Louisville, Kentucky, the KFC Yum Center. Despite a huge day so far from Matthew Hurt, it's Louisville with the lead and terrific defense.
He didn't need to, and as soon as Jones saw that matchup, he was going to go after it.
Biggest lead of the game right now for Louisville at 6. Again, and I know we've mentioned this a couple of times already today, but two programs really looking for a win. Each has lost 2 in a row as Davis commits it. Two young teams, Duke with 6 freshmen, Louisville with some freshmen, a few sophomores as well. They lost all 5 starters.
Duke has to continue to let Matthew Hurt touch the ball. Still being guarded by David Johnson.
14 lead changes and 6 ties in this game. That has been played entirely in a 9-point window. Duke hasn't led by more than 3. Louisville hasn't led by more than 6.
I think Mike Krzyzewski had used Matthew Hurt in some ball screens more often. Great job by Johnson. But Krzyzewski would probably put Hurt in some ball screen situations where he'd be the screener. But he doesn't want him to pick up his 5th foul on a moving screen. So you have to be judicious and careful. But that was a great defensive play by David Johnson to break contact, get around in front, not get stuck behind the bigger Matthew Hurt.
He's really had a terrific all-round game. Jones muscling his way in. Hurt comes down and picks up the rebound for Duke.
Right, Jalen Withers almost able to pick up an offensive rebound there.
And Mike Krzyzewski wants to use a time.
Here's an highlights, lowlights video. The footage is focused on various aspects happened in the game. Are these positive, negative, or characteristic of the player? Usually the length of the video is around 20 to 40% of the total playing time. Get a video like this. Go on focusstats.db.com in the video editing section. Insert the name of the player. Choose the type of the video and the number of games to edit. Leave your contacts to get all the materials.